Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Wild Arms 2. When we last left off, I went over some of the more basic preparations that had to be made before we could start taking on the bonus bosses. Today, we're going to start actually fighting the bosses. So let me go into a little bit the more specific preparations for each individual boss. Okay. The first boss we're going to be fighting is Gatlorg. He is in the Pirate's Warren. Now, to fight him, you need to, well, pretty much, I want to use a party of Tim, Lilka, and pretty much I could use whoever I want to for the third party member, Ashely, Brad, or Marivel. I don't really recommend you use Kanan, but you can if you want to. The third party member is really not that important here. Now, for Lilka, you want to have her take her Crest S and put it on either high fire or high spark. It doesn't matter, whichever your preferences are for that. You want Tim and Lilka both to have Necronomicons on. You want Tim to be equipped with Raftina and Lilka with Dandyrim. Normally, I'd have their mediums reversed, because Tim can actually get close to 900 sorcery. Actually, he can get close to 1,000 sorcery with Dandyrim on. But because this guy has an elemental weakness, Lilka coupled with the Crest S will be doing way more damage than Tim would be capable of, even with the Necronomicon and the Dandyrim medium equipped. So, it's going on her. Your third party member, like I said, doesn't matter. You can use Ashely if you want. You can use Marivel if you want. If you use Marivel, put a Necronomicon on her and Chapapanga. If you use Ashely, give him the blue anklet. Well, not blue anklet, excuse me. Give him the hazel sprig, because this guy can actually cause disease, and it's annoying. And Zephyr, so he can force charge his way and then change into Overnight Blazer and then Gunblaze. Gunblaze in this battle is very good. It'll do about 25,000 points of damage. But the problem with that is by the time Ashely gets to the point where he can use Gunblazer, he's usually a little far behind. Lilka and Tim have usually killed the boss by that point. Marivel is a good choice for this battle, except for the fact that her level 2 spells cost 55 FP, meaning that she's going to be a turn behind on the damage output, which is why I actually prefer to use Brad. But honestly, like I said, you could use anyone. I like to use Brad because he's got more HP. Either way, Lilka and Tim are going to be able to put out damage right away, whereas everyone else has got to wait a turn. Brad has to cast Hype Weapon on himself. Marivel has to get 5 more FP. Ashely has to get 100 FP, switch into Night Blazer, and then get enough FP to Gunblaze before he can do anything. Kanan, well, Kanan really can't hit the elemental weakness, although she can use Eagle Claw if you so desire. But, you know, whatever. I'm just going to use Brad, because he's got the most HP, makes him a tank. If you use Brad, make sure he has a fire or lightning ring equipped. It doesn't really matter, because when you go up to these stairs, we will initiate a boss battle. With the monster battleship, Gat Lord. Gatlorg is ridiculously easy. He's no harder than any other boss in the game. So, yeah. So what we want to do first is, this right here is not necessarily required, but I do like casting Thanatos X because of the fact that he has a move called Deadly Poison, that does around 1,000 points of damage and can cause poison, but it also has a very small chance of causing death. And while very rarely has that ever actually procced on me, I have had it actually once out of like the 10 times I fought this guy. It's once it killed every body I had on the screen. It was rather annoying. So, Brad used Hype Weapon on himself with our trusty Crest caps. Lucky cards. A little bit of Thanatos X. Gatlorg has 75,000 HP. He's weak to fire and lightning attacks. His attacks are Deadly Poison, which hits everybody for 1,000 points of damage and has a chance for poison and death. Poison Bubble, which hits one person for about 800 points of damage and can cause poison. Bubble Cluster, which hits everybody for around 1,300 points of damage and can cause disease. That's probably his most troublesome ability, but it's still really not that big a deal because even if he can get the disease to stick on you, he's more than likely dead before he can really get your HP down low enough to really take advantage of that. And finally, his most powerful attack, damage-wise, is Whole Body Attack. It hits one person for around 2,000 points of damage. So, we want to go ahead and start Napalm Hit, High Flame, and just punch him. That's pretty much it. We'll get a critical hit right off the bat. I do believe your chance for a critical hit depends pretty much on your luck. I don't know if that's true, but I do believe it to be so. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, Lilka just hit that guy for 17,000 points of damage. When Brad doesn't crit, he's probably going to hit for a little less than Tim is. Probably, I'd say 8,000. So, it's a pretty good setup. I mean, he's going to either hit for a little less than what Tim is doing or a little less than what Lilka is doing. So, definitely worth investing in critical. Definitely. Yeah, see? And the added benefit, of course, of using Brad is he has just a monstrous amount of HP. Yep. That just took 2 turns. Another reason I like actually taking the turn to cast Thanatos X is because, well, it makes the fight last a little longer. Anyway, last duplicator chest in the game, the Power Boost. Power Boost is probably the most powerful accessory in the game. It says it increases the strength of the wearer, but that's not quite true. It does raise your strength and therefore your attack power, but it has another hidden effect. It's got about a 1/3 proc chance to double whatever damage you're doing. And it doubles all sources of damage. Physical, attacks, abilities, arms, magic. Even if you're using the shoot item command, it has a 1/3 chance to double the damage that does. It is amazing, especially when coupled with Ashely in his Night Blazer form. So I need to actually do some medicine. Heal up. And next time on Wild Arms, we're going to fight another bonus boss. I'll see you then.